What is up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, fitness, social well-being. About to head to the gym, guys, to show you guys my second weight training day on my full body concurrent style training program. Before I go, though, just want to briefly address something with you guys, and that is that I am aware that a lot of you pretty much want to know, like, you know, what is concurrent training? And just to be clear, I already have a video over what concurrent training is, you know, because a lot of people refer to Powerbuilding, you know, as concurrent training. It's pretty much the same thing. So I'll link that in the description down below. But I am going to eventually, you know, go over in detail, more detail, like exactly what concurrent training is, how it works, and how it applies as far as my programming, as far as what I'm doing, as far as DUP with my weight training days, and then what my Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are looking like. I am going to do that for you guys. But basically, I want to go through all the weight training days first. You've already seen the first one. You're about to see the second one right now. And then when you see the third one later this week, after I go through all of those, then I'll give you a better explanation of exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I want you guys to be able to see everything that I'm doing first, so that way you know exactly where I'm coming from when I say, okay, like on day 2 when I do so-and-so, you'll know what I'm talking about because you've already seen the video over. So that's why I'm going about it that way. But one more thing I want to briefly address with you guys, because I've been getting this question a lot, right? Because a few of you have been asking me, like, why I went back to full body, everything like that, right? When I've already kind of made it clear that push-pull legs is what I enjoyed the most. So first of all, let me go ahead and say that I have tried pretty much like every split, as far as like what the common splits are. Like, I've done upper lower, push pull legs, even tried a bro split for about a week. It didn't take me long to realize that was an Optimum. And then full body. But full body is what I've done the longest for the majority of the time. I did upper lower for about half a year at one point. I did push pull legs for half of last year. The bro split for like a week, like I said, and then I've done full body pretty much for the remainder of my 6 years lifting. So other than pretty much a year and a week, the rest of my 6 years has been on full body. And the reason I'm doing it, guys, is simply because, as I've said and explained why before, it is the most optimum way for a natural lifter to train. Scientifically speaking, from a physiological perspective, all things being equal across the board, full body is the best way to train if you're a natural lifter. Now, as I've expressed to you guys several times before, that doesn't mean you can't do push-pull legs, upper, lower, or even a bro split. You can do whatever you want. That's why what I want to explain to you guys is the difference between what's optimum and then what works. Because somebody even asked me in the comments just either today or yesterday on one of my videos is that if so long as I'm progressively overloading isn't what I'm doing optimum. And it's like, no, so long as you're progressively overloading, what you're doing will work, but that doesn't mean it's optimum. Optimum, guys, just means that you're getting the best, most favorable results possible. And that's what full body is going to give you, simply due to the fact of how it has the body work as one unit, the way that it's naturally supposed to, due to the fact that you're going to be able to get the most frequency with full body, where you can literally hit everything 3 to 4 times a week, due to the fact that you're going to get stronger on all your lifts just because you're hitting those lifts more consistently compared to even something like push-pull legs, where you're usually going to hit each lift only twice a week, because, you know, that's how push-pull legs goes. You're hitting every muscle group twice a week. And several other factors that I've gone over in past videos, so y'all can check that out, is why full body is going to be the most optimum for your overall growth, strength, and development as a natural lifter. With that being said, that doesn't mean that other things don't work. They just aren't optimum, meaning when you take one and compare it to the other, one simply works better. That's all. It doesn't mean you can't do what you want, though. Do what you enjoy at the end of the day. The reason that I'm doing full body over push-pull legs, even though I enjoy push-pull legs, is because I'm a very objective person. I'm somebody who's able to look at something and realize, hey, I may not like doing this as much as this, but this is going to yield me more benefits, so that's what I'm going to do. Plus, since I've done full body for most of my years of training anyway, I'm used to it. I have no problem with it, and I really am curious to see how this new program I have set up, like how it goes. So just wanted to briefly go over that and just make that distinction, guys. Just because something isn't optimum doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means it doesn't work, quote unquote, as well, with all the things being equal. At the end of the day, you have to do what you enjoy, because what you enjoy doing is what you're going to be motivated to go to the gym and do. And the number 2 thing under progressive overload that is the most important is consistency. So do what you're going to enjoy doing, because that's what you're going to be consistent with. Anyway, rant done. I know what you guys are really here for. Let's go to the gym.
And the greatest.
What is up, guys? So as you guys will hear me mention at the end of the video, basically I tried to keep this workout raw and kind of just take you guys with me through it as far as everything that I was doing, but long story short, the gym was really loud. You could barely hear it, so I'm just doing a voiceover for you guys. So Today, everything on the compounds was 3 sets of 8, and the isolates were 3 sets of 12. Now, what I'm showing you guys here is the first set and last set of each compound movement. On the isolates, I just showed you 1 set. So for squats, this is my first time going over like 3 reps in a long time. Even though it's lighter weight, I had to really get adjusted back to, you know, the higher reps. But 315 was a good place to start. It felt pretty good. That's about 70% of my max, which is currently 450, which I hit in my last meet. And all in all, it felt pretty good. Like, the weight feels fine. It was pretty much just, like I said, getting used to the higher reps. As you'll see, especially on this last set, there's a moment where I had to take a brief pause. It's like, it's just the conditioning of it. But definitely gonna get, you know, better with that as that goes along. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. Now, the one thing that is a little bit different about today is, like I said, if you guys saw my last workout video showing the first workout, I didn't complete my deadlifts because I decided to try to move them to this day instead to see how that works out. And all in all, it works fine. I'm able to pull fairly well even after doing these squats, but the energy level just isn't there, and it makes the workout as a whole a lot longer than it should have been. This workout took me about 2 hours, which for me is kind of like just unacceptable. Like, a workout by myself should not take me that long for any reason. But all in all, though, deadlifts went well, as you guys are about to see right now. I worked up to just 405 for my sets of 3. And even with that, like, I feel like I could have done a little bit more, but once again, just being taxed from the squats a little bit, just want to play it safe as I ease back into things. Form is coming along. It's a lot better than what it was when I first started with conventional. For those of you who don't know, I pulled sumo for really like the past year or so, year and a half, and I only went to conventional back in December, all the way up until my latest meet. So sticking with conventional just to really see what I can do with that. And all in all, guys, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. I'm thinking I may even put deadlifts on their own day. Like I said, my weight training days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And as I mentioned in the intro of the video, I'll be going over more of exactly like what my days look like, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and everything like that, and what I'm doing on the Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But what I'm thinking is maybe put deadlifts on Tuesdays, my heavy deadlifts on Tuesdays right after my heavy day on Monday. And then Thursdays and Saturdays will still be my calisthenics, calves, abs, and athletic work I'll be showing you all next week. But yeah, right here, guys, what I had to do was pretty much for my second and third set kind of keep resetting, just because my grip was really slipping. The weight wasn't that bad, but just the grip was slipping. The bars that I fit are like stupid smooth for whatever reason. I've mentioned this in past videos before, and I like literally hate it just because I'm having to reset every single time. It kind of throws me off pace. But all in all, my main focus was just trying to keep form as best as I can and pulling through. And for the most part, I was able to do that. So can't really complain as far as that. Now, I will say on this third rep, at first I wasn't sure if my back rounded or not, but all in all, it looks like it stayed relatively tight, relatively straight. So happy with that. And then after deadlifts, everything got back on track with the usual program as far as 3 sets of 8. So right here, starting with overhead press. Like I said, guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I said my overhead press is easily my weakest compound movement, just because it's something that I've never really worked on consistently. So I'm changing that this time around as far as making sure that I'm incorporating this movement on my my day 2s of this concurrent full body training program. And you know, I'm working on little cues that I've gotten from Omar Esau's videos, such as, you know, squeezing the glutes, keeping the core tight, things that I've been over with you guys before. But a couple of different things is I'm now bracing my core before I even unrack the bar, and I brought my grip in quite a bit. I already thought my grip was fairly close because it's the same grip that I use on bench press, but now that it's even closer, I get way more tricep drive, and it's definitely been beneficial. So I'm expecting to see some really quick progression as far as my overhead press now. Now, on this last set, I will say that to me, I could have had my glutes a little bit tighter to create a better base, but all in all, felt pretty good. The weight wasn't that bad. And like I said, guys, I'm just showing you the first and last sets, but let me know if you guys ever want me just to show you the entire workout. That video would obviously be a little bit longer, maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe something raw. But if you guys leave that in the comments below, then maybe that's what I'll do when I show the third workout, just show it in its entirety. So after that, guys, the next movement is Pendlay Rows. Now, Pendlay Rows are a great movement that I think you should incorporate, especially if you don't have any type of bent over barbell row at all in your program, whether it's bent over barbell rows, T-bar rows. But the reason I want to incorporate Pendlay Rows is because, one, they're really excellent for your deadlift. They're a great accessory movement for that. Not only with just strengthening your back, but learning to keep position as far as your hips and your hamstrings. And that's another thing, guys. Like, I said this during the video itself, but like I said, couldn't really hear me, but what I'm trying to work on is really being in that good position to where, yeah, I'm working my back, but I'm still feeling that nice tight stretch in my hamstrings just from maintaining that position. And that's the hard part about it, is making sure that my hips aren't shooting up. And that's why I started with a relatively lightweight, 185 pounds, just to get the form down. This week is all about just figuring out exactly, you know, what starting weight I want to use, working on form, and just building up from there. This first week is pretty much like building a base with this new program. But all in all, went pretty well. My hip shot up a little bit more than what I'd like to, like on that last rep, but all in all, not too bad. And then right here, guys, barbell lunges, same thing. 3 sets of 8, showing you the first and last set. Started off with just, 135 pounds, keeping it relatively light. Now, I will say, this really did feel pretty light, which was good for me because I haven't done barbell lunges in a while, but I knew there was a point where 135 felt pretty, not so much heavy, but it didn't feel as easy as what it was today. So it's nice to see that despite the fact that I haven't been doing it, that my leg strength has gone up. And as such, this really wasn't all that difficult at all. Now, what you will see in a few moments on the third set is that I do actually almost kind of slip up and trip, almost because like I got too confident with the weight. I was like, man, this is nothing, this is trash. And I kind of like get ahead of myself, as you guys will soon see. But I was able to recover and it was all good. For the most part. But yeah, barbell lunges felt pretty good, and I eventually plan to I think with this I'll probably jump by more than just like the 5 or 10 pounds, just kind of get closer to, oh, there it is, almost died, but get closer to a working threshold weight. So I think next time I even go right to like 165 possibly, just to kind of get back right where I was, since this movement felt pretty easy all in all. But yeah, once again, another great accessory movement. And then after that, guys, was grateful for the Chucks. Converse, if anybody from Converse is watching this, sponsor your boy. So after that, guys, the next movement was Incline Dumbbell Press. Now, I mentioned this on Instagram as well, guys, but one of the greatest benefits of dumbbell work is that you can get a much deeper stretch at the bottom because there's not a bar stopping you, and that's going to allow you to utilize a stronger contraction at the top. I see so many people using dumbbells but only going about like halfway down, and it's like you're kind of taking away one of the greatest benefits of dumbbells when you do that. So just keep that in mind, guys. Get a nice good stretch, let the chest stretch out, and then a strong contraction at the top, especially with something like incline where you're trying to focus on that upper pec development. And as I'll mention later in this video, guys, towards the end, I will be doing a video, as I mentioned, where I go over exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, even while I'm picking the movements, because as you guys see, the movements that I'm doing today are very different from Monday, but I'll explain all that at a later time. And after that, lat pull down, just for the sake of having 2 back movements, excluding the deadlifts, because like I said, originally they weren't planned to be on this day. And since I'm doing pull-ups already on Mondays and Fridays, as far as weighted pull-ups, I wanted the only other pull that really is a lat pull down. And personally, I hate lat pull downs, but I just want to get better at them in the sense of like just wanting to be able to utilize them. They've never felt good to me, they never felt natural, but today felt really good. Like my positioning felt on point, and it really almost felt more like a pull-up than anything else. So, but pull-ups are still better, just in my opinion. All right, and for isolation work, guys, leg extensions. A lot of you were wondering why there wasn't as much leg movements on Monday, and this is pretty much why, because I have way more leg movements on today. So everything kind of balances out as far as just total weekly volume per body part. And as you guys can see, quads popping just a little bit, you know, your boy does train legs. I mean, come on, guys, like I'm a power lifter, so like, of course I train legs. And then after that, guys, followed it up with 3 sets of lying hamstring curls. And man, all in all, like I said, even with my isolation movements, kept the weight relatively light, just trying to get back into the swing of things, get my body used to doing this much volume in a day, you know, having way more accessory movements outside of the big 3, which is how I usually train anyway. But like I said, right after a meet, I kind of have to get my body back into the swing of things as a whole. But yeah, felt pretty good as far as those. And then I finished up with rear delt flies, just because, like, as I've mentioned to you guys in past videos before, a lot of people, their front delts get plenty of development, and a lot of them focus on side lateral raises for the medial delt, which I will be having on my Friday workout, but I just want to make sure I'm not neglecting my rear. Alright guys, back at the crib. I apologize in advance, guys. I'll have to listen to the footage to see, but I didn't realize how low I was talking this time around. I like I said, Pump Chasers Gym has spoiled me because you have to be crazy loud when you're talking because there's not like just a crap load of people there, but you know, there was weight slamming and you guys may not have heard everything I was saying, which isn't a big deal because if that's the case, I'll just do a voiceover for the workout clip so you guys can know what I was talking about. And at the end of the day, guys, like I said, once I show you the third final weight training day, after that I will be doing a video that explains exactly, like I said, how I'm applying concurrent training to my routine, my daily undulating periodization, as well as explaining even like why I picked specific movements. Because if you guys noticed, today's movements were not the same as Monday's. Now, Monday's movements will pretty much be the same on Friday, but a few different movements, and the rep range will vary, obviously. But like I said, I'll get into all of that at a later time. Right now, I just want to take you guys with me through the workouts so you can see exactly what I'm doing, sets, reps, starting weight, everything like that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below, let me know that you did. If you did not enjoy the video, leave a comment down below, let me know what I can do to get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch y'all later.
I am the greatest.